Hi, in this tutorial we're going to talk about gathering all the information before you write the joint venture proposal. And the reason why we're taking this step is it's very important to gather all the correct information before you write your joint venture proposal. And that is because when you use the certain methods that we will be providing in this video, your joint venture proposal acceptance rates will be higher, which means we will use methods to build the relationship with your joint venture partner. That way you are not seen as just an outsider who is just randomly contacting these joint venture partners. So let's go ahead and get started. So right now we are gathering information so that later when we write the joint venture proposal we can customize it. And the reason why you want to customize your joint venture proposals, you don't want to say things like Dear Webmaster or Hi. You want to say people's names because people's names are very important, so use them. You want to add something to your proposal that complements their website you visited, newsletter you joined, or even product that you purchased. And the Hi first name is a good start. But the more you customize the joint venture after that, especially in the beginning to your future joint venture partner, the more you make them feel like you've contacted them, you've done research about them, and you know about them. So here's some information that you're going to need to gather. You need to gather their full name, their website if they have one, a newsletter if they have one, things that caught your eye about their website, things you liked about their product, website, or newsletter. So as you can see here, we're sort of building a relationship in the beginning, or you're complimenting them to the extent so that they feel like, wow, okay, this guy knows about my product. He's not just contacting me. I'm not just one of those other joint venture partners. You see what I'm saying? So you gather this information here. You have a one-line introduction of yourself. You can talk a little bit about yourself, and not too much, of course. Your product's unique selling proposition. If you're having a product, you're approaching the joint venture from the angle of promotional joint ventures, then you're going to need to tell them what is it that is unique about your product, the unique selling proposition. And that's basically the technical word for that. And how your product relates to your joint venture partner's target market. That is probably very, very important because if you know what subject their newsletter is about, then they know that you've been doing your research or they know that you're on their list. And not only that, if they can relate your product to their list and it's something that can help their list, then most likely they might want to promote your product because if it's going to help their list, then that's great. And the thing after that, you'll want to mention what's in it for them. Is it commission-based? Is it 50% commission, etc., etc.? And you can use this for co-ownerships too. Let's say you have an idea, you have a product, or you have an idea that you want to create into a product, and things like that. And another question you want to ask is, what's in it for their list or their website? Sort of what we went over previously. What is it in their list? If their list is about weight loss, then great. Then you can talk a little bit about your book, one sentences, oh, my book provides this and that, which could really help your list because, this and that. So you basically want to connect the two. And after that, how's your product complementing their website or their list? So that's a very similar question to this, but these two go hand in hand together. Another question to ask is any conversion stats on your product. If you promoted it beforehand or somebody promoted it for you and you've done a little bit testing on that market and you have, let's say, someone sent 100 people to your website and out of those 100 people, 20 people purchased. So of course 20 out of 100, that's the conversion stats there. So if you have any conversion stats, it's always great to reveal those to your future joint venture partner. And another question is, how easy is it to sign up and start promoting today? So basically, you want to make it so easy so that you send them the information, you send them your product so they can look at it, and then you set them up so that they can start promoting. A lot of times, the big mistake that a lot of people make is that they say, here's my product, here's what you can do, you can write this email ad, this and that. But the big thing is that you want to do 99% of the work. The easier it is for somebody to sign up that day and start promoting or putting the solo ad or email ad into their autoresponder immediately so that they can promote it later, then that's actually great. And another thing to look at is, what affiliate system will you be using if you're doing promotional purposes? Now, some joint venture partners are very skeptical of using certain affiliate systems. So you can even ask them that. You can say, well, I'd be happy to set you up with pay.com or clickbank.com or something like that. Because some people don't like pay.com. Some people don't like clickbank.com and things like that. But how do they get paid and when do they get paid? Because those are very, very important things to talk about. So these are just a few and the main things that you want to cover. And I know it seems like it's a lot right now, but it really isn't. Once you get most of this stuff set up, then a lot of the other stuff will be easy to set up when you send a joint venture proposal to somebody else. So once you get the hang of the first one, then the second one, third one will be very easy after that. So in this example, we're going to use Craig Ballantyne's information instead of going and using both of the joint ventures that we looked at previously, since Craig Ballantyne has a newsletter. So that actually fits in well with this tactic right here. So let's go ahead and enter his full name, and he has a website which is located at turbulencetraining.com. So we're going to take that and we're going to copy that over here. He also has a newsletter, as we had seen before. So if I go search for that newsletter, and that's located at cbathletics.com. Things that caught your eye, things you liked about the product, website, or newsletter. In this case, we can compliment about the website and the newsletter. He has an article on bodybuilding.com, and you can actually go to that place. We'll copy that information here. Things you liked about the website and the newsletter. So if we had read through here, we could have picked out certain things that he's written on. So if we're looking at things you liked about the website versus the newsletter, you want to get closer and closer to the point that you're reading something that he developed, because anybody can view the website, but you have to take one step forward to actually get on his newsletter. So we can actually talk about his newsletter instead of his website. You can say something like, you say, I signed up for your newsletter and enjoyed how you talked about how people could easily gain muscle and lose the fat. So basically you're telling him that you took the step to sign up for his newsletter and you enjoyed how he talked about certain things. And you point out these certain things so that he knows that you actually read his newsletter. And in that sense, you're You're basically saying that, oh, I know about you. I'm not just contacting you because you're just another one of those joint venture partners, but because you're special. And that's basically what you're saying. You can say one line about yourself. So it happens that, let's say that we're weight loss experts, and we can say that I have been, so you can say one line about yourself, but you can connect it so that you can say something like, I have been a weight loss trainer for 13 years and have enjoyed helping people lose weight. So in that sense, you share something that Craig Ballantyne shares too. He enjoys helping people lose weight, and so do you. So you sort of share that and start building it up that way. So you don't always have to talk about yourself all the time. You can talk about yourself, but say things that other people, other joint venture partners are sharing as well. And you want to move on to your product's unique selling proposition. That basically means, what is it about your product that is so unique? So we can type that up here. And we can say that the USP is, I have created a video training series on weight loss for newbies to teach someone without any knowledge how they can begin losing weight within 3 weeks. So that's some sort of bold statement there, 3 weeks. But if that's the unique selling proposition of your video training series or your ebook, then that's a good thing to put in there. And you can put other things if you like, but you don't want to put it too much. You just want to put one. Product relates to Craig Ballantyne's target market. Sometimes it's actually good to go to the website just to see what he talks about and what he fat blasting workouts. So if there's anything in your video training series that deals with fat blasting workouts, and since we have a video series, and let's just say that that happens to be right on dot with what we're actually providing. So we could say something like, I noticed that your product, Turbulence Training, provided fat blasting workouts. My product also deals with several workouts. And the second question is, what's in it for them? Commissions, etc. So if you have 50% commissions, which is standard, or even sometimes people have 75% commissions, if he's a big expert, you can do that. 75% commissions. And how do you want them to promote it? Testimonial, product review, bonus. So as you can see here, a testimonial from a big expert, it can be huge. So you want to sort of take whatever you can get usually. And just because they don't have time to promote your product, even if they give you the testimonial and they look at your product and they give you a testimonial and they can't promote your product, that'll help your sales too. Or let's say that they can do a product review. They can review your product and tell their list about it. That's another great way to approach it. Or they can offer your product as a bonus to their paid product. So when people pay for Craig Ballantyne's product, you offer Craig Ballantyne's customers a bonus. So you can do that. And then you can say what's in it for their list or their website. In this case, he has a newsletter list. So we'll just say your list will gain access to my full video series on and in addition, I'll throw in something else, whatever that might be. And we don't have to answer this question because we sort of answered that previously. any conversion rates, you can say, yeah, I sold one of my affiliates 20 copies of my video series for every 100 people he sent. So that's a very good conversion rate there. And 20 copies out of 100, that's, of course, that's 20%. And getting a 20% conversion rate, which is actually very good. And if you tell him that, and he sees that, he's going to think, wow, yeah, his conversion rate's great, then, if I can promote it, then I can make some sort of affiliate sales. And how easy it is to sign up promoting. You could say the easiest way to approach this thing is say, I will do 99% of the work, and I will be on standby for your customers whenever they need it. That's probably the best way of saying it. I can set you up with an affiliate account and email solo ads that you can start promoting at any time. So basically, that reason is that you want to make it so easy for them to just sign up and start promoting without them having to do a lot of work, because writing email solo ads can take several hours for somebody to think through it and things like that. And of course, what affiliate system you will be using, how they get paid, and when. So let's say that we're using ClickBank. How they get paid, you get paid through ClickBank's system, and they send you checks each month. Or if you're using pay.com, I'll send you payments to your PayPal account each and every month at the end of the month. So in the next video, we will be talking about how you can take all this information that you have acquired and adding it and creating it into a short yet simple joint venture proposal.